raise your hand if you love getting stuff in the mail. I know I do, and you can tell by the stack of Amazon boxes that are always on our front porch. Everybody loves to get things in the mail, especially if it's packages or letters, postcards, probably not bills, but everything else. We love to check our mail and get something in it. And you know what? Our kids love it too. It's very exciting for them. And so today's video is going to be something really exciting for your kids. So if you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And today's video is a part of a collaboration hosted by Jennifer from Family of Three Homeschool and Julie at Heritage Letter. And we are going to share with you these American Heritage Adventure letters. I had to look down because I keep getting that name wrong, but that's what we're going to share with you today. This is actually a collaboration with 12 other YouTube channels. They're going to be linked in a playlist in the description box, and you're going to want to check all of those out. And let me tell you why. Julie from Heritage Letter was so sweet to send each one of the YouTube channels a different letter. And so you want to check out the other videos so you can see what wonderful places their families got to go to through this letter. So if you don't know anything about Heritage Letter, I will definitely talk about that in just a minute. But what you're going to get each month, if you subscribe to it, you're going to get a letter written by a girl named Lizzie Jane who takes you on a different adventure every month. We did the 3-month subscription not too long ago, and we got to talk about the Great Smoky Mountains, Biscayne, and the Pony Express. And my son was so excited to get those in the mail. So you're always going on a different adventure with her. So you get this letter, it's front and back. It has beautiful artwork, and then you also get a postcard. So I think that's so exciting for kids, and I think they really, really look forward to it. I know my son always liked getting them in the mail. So what's also great about this collaboration is Heritage Letter is hosting a giveaway, and you're going to find all the details for the giveaway down in the description box. It's through Rafflecopter, so you're going to need to follow that link and you can read all about the giveaway. But what you're entering to win is a 1-year subscription to this. You would get a letter each month to go on a different adventure with your family. So make sure as soon as this video is done that you head to the description box and you enter through Rafflecopter. And please be sure to check out the other channels in the playlist. So if you want to learn more about what Heritage Letter is, you're going to want to visit heritageletter.com, which is what you can see on my screen. And it's going to tell you all about the subscription service, what it offers and what it is, and what the prices are. And you can decide what's going to work best for your family. Like I said, we did the 3-month subscription and that worked great for us. So definitely head on over to their page and check it out and see what's going to work for your family. So let's say you decide that this is right for your family and this is something you want to try out. And you think, well, what do we do with it? Once we have the letter, what do we do with it? And that's really up to you and your family. If you just want to read the letter and share that with your kids and maybe do it in your morning basket, that's completely fine. If you want to make this into its own little unit study, you could definitely do that. And I'm going to show you what I've pulled together for this letter. So our letter was from Mammoth Cave in Kentucky, which is somewhere we've never been. It's fairly close to us and we might could go there one day, but we can't get there anytime soon. So I want to bring the learning to him. I want him to have the experience of being there with actually not going. So I'm going to show you some things that I've pulled together to use with him, and then I'm going to kind of show you him using those things so you can see how we use this letter in our homeschool. So the first thing I pulled off of our shelf were these 2 books. In November and December, we did a national park study, and when we got Mammoth Cave, I knew I was going to pull these books out again because they were so helpful. Mammoth Cave was on our list to study about, and we just didn't get to it. It was time for Christmas, and our study ended, and we didn't get to it. So we're definitely going to use this Ranger Rick's book. I like this book because it has real photographs of things in the park, and it also has a lot of useful information and facts. And then this one is just fun. It's from National Geographic. It's the Junior Ranger activity book, and it has some trivia and some fun things about the national parks too. So this is going to be on our table when we start to learn about Mammoth Cave. Another thing I'm going to have available is just this little notebook that I made for my son at home. And the first thing I have in it is a map. And as we were studying the national parks, we would put them on the map so you get to throw in a little geography there. You could do this for your heritage letters also. You could take wherever they're from and you could have your child come and find them on the map. So you can throw some geography in there without them even realizing it. So we're going to map where Mammoth Cave is. I also like to put some blank pages, and then he can just kind of notebook about what we're learning about from that national park or from the location, or, you know, from where your letter's from. And then the last thing I have in there is called Park Snapshots. And this was just some free clip art of pictures. And so when we did the Great Smoky Mountains, when that letter came, he took, after we read the letter and after we read through the books, he drew some pictures of some things that stuck out to him in the letter and at the park. And it's just like taking little snapshots of it. So that's what we're going to do with Mammoth Cave also. So you can do that with each little place that you visit. You can let them take little park snapshots. So just having some blank pages for them to write in is an excellent way to extend the learning from this letter. The next thing I want to share with you is something that I used in my classroom to give my kids a virtual experience when we could not go on those trips. So what you're seeing right now is something called Nearpod. They have a website called nearpod.com, and I'm pretty sure they probably have an app. But there is a free version that you can sign up for. And what you're seeing right now is a virtual field trip to Mammoth Cave. And so what's so great about this is my son can pull this up using a code. He can pull it up on his tablet. He can take the virtual tour. They can do like a complete 360. They can look up, they can look down, all around of what the cave looks like on the inside and on the outside. Another thing that's great about it is if you want to do the other activities that are a part of the Nearpods, you've got to remember people are creating these, so they're going to be very different. But this Nearpod had an observation sheet, it had a writing activity, it had a couple of polls, and like I said, it's interactive. So he can take his tablet and he can write straight onto the screen and participate in the Nearpod, and I can get his answers. So it's a lot of fun. This one also came with a video all about Mammoth Cave, and so we'll watch that video and talk about what we notice and what we see, and if it looks like a place that we would actually want to visit. So again, that was Nearpod, and I definitely recommend you checking it out. So the last thing that we're going to use, I actually got from the National Park Service. I went online and looked, and in their Junior Ranger programs, you can find a ton of different little programs to use. And we decided since this was a cave, we would use the Cave Scientist program. And my goodness, it was packed full of tons of information. It talked about how a cave was formed and what a cave was, what does a cave scientist do, how you should behave in a cave, like what are cave manners, things like that. It also talked about the different animals that you might find inside a cave, how to take care of those animals and protect them. It talked about archaeology. There were so many great things packed inside these books. You can download them and you can print them, and that's what I did for my son. This is something that he could use for multiple days. I mean, it was just tons of information. So I definitely think you need to check out the National Park Service and look at their Junior Ranger programs, because you can download the PDFs. So that's going to be a little fun extra to add to our Mammoth Cave study. Now you're excited about Heritage Letter, aren't you? And you're wanting to enter this giveaway. Or you may just want to sign up for the subscription because you're like, yeah, this is something I want in my home. It's definitely going to bless your home. You will not regret getting it. So remember to watch that playlist and see all the other adventures the other YouTube channels went on. And you're going to want to enter. So make sure you read all the information about the giveaway and that you use Rafflecopter and you get signed up for this giveaway. I want to thank Jennifer and Julie for hosting this collaboration, and for Heritage Letter for sending us all a letter to try out, and for hosting this giveaway. And as always, thank you so much for watching.